What's going on, my beautiful people from YouTube? Guys, I am excited because today we're going to talk about an ad-free browsing experience. Not only that, VPN for life. I'm sure if you've browsed the web, you've seen ads for VPNs like Nord saying, hey, sign up now and you get a year for a month's price or whatever it is. They lock you in and then they keep raising those prices year over year. At the end of the day, I did the same thing. I had Nord, actually still have my subscription because I did pay for a year. But there is a better way, and I want to show you how to get that better experience with the help of no one other than Linus Sebastian from Linus Tech Tips. Now, why am I going to use Linus? Well, a couple of things. First, I only share people here that actually like, people that I think provide good value, right? I'm not going to be putting people here and saying, whoa, this person's terrible. No, I think Linus does a good job. And he's had 2 videos that talks about both Pi-hole to block ads on your network, as well as a VPN. Video that talks about how to set your own VPN up and the limitations. I want to overcome those limitations on both of those videos. So what are we going to talk about? We're going to talk about 3 things. First, we're going to talk about the ads, how ad blocking works. Secondly, we're going to talk about the VPN portion of it. And I'm going to use his videos to explain that. Third, we're going to cover the added bonus of the device I want to show you. Yes, there is added bonus, and it basically doesn't turn out to be free. It turns out to be a money-making machine at the end of the day, because if I don't know if you guys saw the name of the channel, Action Crypto. We do cover crypto here, and this added bonus provides you with the ability of earning revenue by utilizing this device. So we're going to get right into it by first asking you to smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm, because that's the only way this channel can actually grow. So I really appreciate it. If you guys do see value in the things that I'm sharing here, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell for notifications so that you can be notified the next time a video drops. So now that we got that out of the way, let's get right into it. And we're going to make this just like a Linus video. I mean, I've been compared to Linus a lot, actually. And here's a perfect example. I'll start with this. And I'll use Luke's words to describe what this is all about, how we are very similar.
He's kind of like Darth Vader, but more like Darth Helmet, or Dark Helmet, technically, from Spaceballs, due to his like overall stature. He wouldn't really fit in the suit.
Yeah, so I'm a little short too, so we'll start there. And to make it even more like a Linus video, we're going to start by talking about our sponsor today. It's not really a sponsor, but I want to show you what this is all about, because I hate when people wait to the last minute to tell you the big, the big reveal. This is the big reveal. I'll do it right now. I'll tell you what it is, and I'll tell you where to get it. Deeper Network is what I'm talking about. They are selling a device called a Deeper Connect Mini. They have had other devices that ended up being free for early adopters. Love being an early adopter. I do have one of those devices, but I love it so much that I want to share the good news with everybody about what this device does and how it can help you. So they have this decentralized network that they're putting together where people from all over the world kind of come together and have a better browsing experience, where there's no, I don't want to say limitations, but it creates a better browsing experience for people that might not be able to access certain sites. If you're in a country that restricts internet access to certain things, this will get you bypass that. And here's, I guess, the ad. Fast Miners. They are selling this device. They had I think they put out 1,000, and now they're out, they're at about 200 or so on their site right now. If you use the coupon code ACTION, you get a discount of $25 on that device. And I'll put the link right under the description and probably as the first comment down below as well. So got that out of the way. Hopefully, it feels a little bit more like a Linus Tech Tip videos now that I give you a little sponsor spot at the beginning. So let's get right into it. First things first. We're talking about that ad blocking. And Linus has talked about how you can use Pi-hole to block ads. And I actually like Pi-hole. I like the way that the system operates, and I think there's a lot of benefits to it. Why, right? Like, let's start there. Why would I tell you to block ads if, the channel actually stays afloat because of ads? And I'll use Linus's words about this because I think it's so fitting.
We also understand that many of the people who would be determined enough to set up something like this probably already have some form of ad blocker, probably in their browser. So,
yeah, so we try to keep it PG here so that you can actually watch it with your kids around without having to put headphones in. So we're not going to go there. But that's the deal, right? Like, a lot of us are trying to be a little bit more tech savvy, and you just want to have an ad-free browsing experience. Pi-hole is a application that allows you to do that. You stick it in your network, before it gets to your devices, and it will block things. It will prevent ads from being delivered to you. This is kind of the idea behind it.
What a Pi-hole does is stand in between your DNS provider and your device. Then, if Pi-hole has that requested URL in its blacklist, rather than forwarding the request along to your regular DNS provider and subsequently connecting you and whatever's on the other side, in this case an ad server, instead, Pi-hole stops the request in its tracks and replies with an unspecified address, essentially telling the device, like your phone, hey, that ad server don't exist, sorry.
All right, so that's the basic application of it, and it works pretty well. I'm not gonna lie, it's a decent application. I loved what they did, but it's not always the simplest thing for you to do. It's not the easiest way for you to kind of go about doing this. And here's a portion where Linus actually talks a little bit about that.
Another cool benefit is that once you've configured it, this setup can be applied to practically anything, like blocking known tracking services, blacklisting adult sites from users on your network, or even preventing malicious sites or malware from talking to their controlling server. And that all sounds great. But for the less network savvy among you, it also probably sounds kind of complicated.
Because it is. Not gonna lie, it's not always the easiest thing for you to not only set this up, but manage it as well. And that's where I have a little bit of an issue with Pi-hole. My goal here is not to overcomplicate things, but instead make it so that it's available to everyone, literally everyone. Like I was talking, saying before, like my mom has one of these devices at her home because I basically gave her the unit and said, plug this in. She did, and now she's happy. She's browsing ad-free, and I'm going to show you what that looks like right here and how this thing actually functions. And to do that, I'm going to actually share my screen. So this device is based on an Atom OS operating system, which basically it's their own custom operating system, and they've built a bunch of awesome things into it. Pi-hole is very similar to a firewall. Now, a firewall goes above and beyond what a Pi-hole is able to do. The deeper network devices, they are filled with features. And one of my favorite features is actually the firewall, a 7-layer firewall, which is essentially an enterprise level grade firewall. And to kind of show you what this would essentially be, equate to, would be something like this, like a Cisco ASA. And these guys are not cheap. Not only that, you know how Cisco works. You have to buy a subscription. So it's not enough that you have to buy a device. You got to pay for a subscription as well. So, and for you to be able to service and maintain one of these things gets to be a little complicated. I'm not going to lie. I've used a couple of these in the past, and it's not the most fun thing for you to use. Firewalls are great, especially when they're plug and play and they're simple. And that's what I want to focus on. I believe that everyone, regardless of where you live in the world, soon enough outside of the world too, but you should be able to protect your network and have a say as to what traffic does or does not go through your network. And ads is one of those things. So when it comes to the Cisco units, they retail for about $1,000. You can get it for almost half the price if you go the refurbished route here. And this is off of Amazon. If we go to CDW, which is a big manufacturer, a big reseller as well, they have it for about $1,000 as well. It's expensive. It's a very expensive unit. And the device I'm talking about here does more than this. And the beautiful thing about it that I want to show you right here is how it does that. It's plug and play. And this is why I said my mom is happy with it, because all she had to do was click the block ads, block trackers, block malicious, and things are it just works. And as you can see here, 18% of my network usage was blocked. That means that 18% of my traffic is garbage. And this is the type of thing that we're trying to prevent. With the ads, for example, that's a big, big part of it. Now, trackers, that's another big thing. And I know that Linus mentioned that Pi-hole, you're able to do, blacklisting, whitelisting, and things like that. You can do the same thing inside of this application. Now, the difference is that it is literally plug and play. And I think I need to show you this to make it a little bit more real, I guess. This is what a device looks like. This is the Deeper Connect Mini. And all you do is right here, you have power. You plug in the power. On one side, you plug in a cable coming from your modem. And on the other side, you plug in a cable going to your router. This sits in between your internet connection, and you're able to browse safely. You're able to browse freely. And we got to get into the VPN portion of it, because this is not a VPN device. It's better than a VPN device. And I'm going to show you exactly how it's better than that. And we'll start, again, with a little bit of Linus and explaining why people want to actually use a VPN in the first place.
Secure and encrypt your traffic against prying eyes, like your internet service provider or bad actors on an unsecured Wi-Fi.
So that bad actor at the end there in the hoodie, that was just him with an LTT hoodie. That's pretty straightforward, right? Like at the end of the day, you want to make sure that your data is secure, that other people aren't following along as to what you're doing, where you're going, what you're browsing, what you're buying, all of those things that actually happens on a daily basis. If you're connected to the internet, it's happening. Like, I'm sorry to say, it's just how people are essentially making money off of you. They're making money off of your data. They're looking at what you're browsing and what you're doing and taking advantage of that. Now, there are other reasons why some people want to use a VPN.
Using a VPN to mask your IP for torrenting totally legal stuff, like Linux ISOs. Many avid torrenters use VPNs to avoid DMCA notices and potential service throttling. Unfortunately for you DIY VPN folks out there, if you're trying to run your VPN off of a rented server from a large hosting provider, any abuse reports from your totally legal torrents will simply be forwarded along to you if the account is in your name.
So it's like, yeah, you can do that, but you run the risk of it not doing what you want it to do, and at the end of the day. So there's more than one reason for you to actually have a VPN device, and it's really, really nice. And I'll speak, when it comes to business, for example, I run ads for different companies, so I need to make sure I know exactly what ads look like in different parts of the world. So if I'm running, ads for a company that's in Switzerland, for example, I want to go to different areas of the world and say, all right, I want to browse as if I was here, and I want to see exactly what the ad delivery looks like for this area, because that's the best way for you to see if ads are working, if what the competition is. It's really, really nice for you to be able to do that. Now, there are more reasons, but before I get to the last more part of where the more reason kind of comes in, picking a VPN provider is tricky. And here's what Linus had to say about choosing a VPN provider.
Which VPN provider can we trust at this point? NordVPN failed to disclose their hack in a timely manner, TunnelBear, and then PIA got acquired by McAfee and Cape Technologies respectively, both companies with spotty histories with respect to user privacy.
So are you going to go with a company that doesn't disclose things, or are you going to go with a company that essentially sells your data anyway? Right? Like that's a toss-up right now, and it's scary to think about how those things actually work. And it's like, wow, my data is not protected. I mean, the reason for me to get a VPN was to protect my data, have privacy, and it's soon the opposite of that. Funny part is actually NordVPN is a big sponsor of Linus Tech Tips, and I just got an email from somebody trying to get me to advertise Nord on the channel. I want to see what they say. I'll let you guys know. But lastly, this is an important thing, because you want to make sure that you're in control of the VPN experience. And it brings me to the last point as to a big reason why a lot of people want to have a VPN service.
Accessing region-locked content like BBC or Netflix by masking your IP address and making it appear as though you are accessing it from a different country. And, well, I'm gonna have to stop you right there, because Netflix specifically aggressively blocks any connection coming from a server, VPN, or data center related IP address. So your DIY VPN isn't going to work for this, unless of course a US-based friend agrees to host a VPN for you at their house, giving you access to their network.
Right? So it's like, oh, I want to do that so I can watch Netflix. And little by little, Netflix continues to block the ability for people to view shows from these servers, because at the end of the day, there aren't that many. For example, NordVPN, which is one of the largest ones, they only have about 5,000 servers worldwide. That means that if Netflix has a list of those 5,000 servers, they are just going to block Nord all the way. And it doesn't take very much. I mean, all they need is a subscription to Nord, and they can just connect, find out the IP, Connect, find out the IP. Connect IP, connect IP. And yeah, it's 5,000. It's a lot. How many people do you think works at Netflix? All they need is one person to do this. And it wouldn't take that long. In about a month's time, they'd be all set, making sure that all of that was blocked. So Linus' solution is what I really, really like, which is get a US-based friend to share the network connectivity with you. And that's where Deeper Networks devices are incredibly, incredibly unique. This is not a VPN experience. This is a DPN experience. It's a decentralized network because you're actually connecting to other people. This device that I showed you allows you to browse the web as if you were in other regions of the world, because there are just right now, and this is fresh, this is new, over 20,000 people utilizing this device. And the number is growing. I think they're adding 5,000 more by the end of the year is the goal. That means that you can literally, in over 200 countries too, you can browse the web as if you were in anywhere else. And you're like, whoa, that's a little, I mean, that sounds great, but do I want to share my internet? Let me show you, because this is a question I've gotten a lot in regards to this. This is my little dashboard here, and this is Atom OS, and it shows me what's being blocked. It shows me everything that's going on my network. See that? Device Metrics USA, Amazon, that's probably my Alexa getting blocked. Ooh, she didn't pick it up. That's good. So Honey is an add-on on my browser that is getting blocked. Look at that. And look at how often it's getting blocked. People don't realize a lot of the things you use on a daily basis is connecting to the internet and bouncing information back and forth all the time, tracking your usage, tracking the things that you are doing. So let's go to the next tab here. This is what sharing your internet connectivity looks like. And you can see it's just that sharing tab on the left side there is sharing configuration, sharing log. It's really simple. It's not hard for you to do it. Now, I'm in the US. I cannot share BitTorrenting. So if I enable that, people from other parts of the world would be able to actually torrent using my connection. So I have to keep that off because I don't want letters from my ISP. But I'm able to actually share my internet connection. And people are like, whoa, that's scary. Why in the world would you share your internet connection? Well, because I believe in a free, better internet experience for everybody. Because people in China can't browse the web like we do. Because people in other countries are getting blocked. The content that might be very simple for us to access, like news, they can't get it because they're behind very strict, very, very strict firewalls of their own countries saying you can't access this and you can't access that. And this changes the game for them. And are people going to watch Netflix for your Mac connection? Sure. Cool. Go to town. Have fun. Here is the log. And this is just one button below. And you can actually see all the traffic that's going on your network. You can see what people are accessing. It is semi-private. And the question that I've gotten was, isn't it scary that somebody might be able to do bad things with your network? No. This is not a matter of being anonymous. This is a matter of being protected. At the end of the day, if there's any trouble, if anything is done on my network that shouldn't be done, there is a very simple way for me to go back to my logs, hit, download it and say, here you go. This is who did X, Y, and Z. So it's a decentralized network. It's all of these people kind of coming together and saying, I'm going to do this right. I'm going to help others and make sure that we have a better, more, accessible internet around the globe. And it's been going really, really well. And as you can see here, look at my node. Like I'm connecting to all of these areas in the world. And right now I don't have the sharing showing, but you'll see different lines here showing who's connecting to my node here in Southern California. All right, now comes the fun part, which is the added bonus that I was telling you about. And this is how it goes from you have to pay one time to this device will be a free device long term, because that's how this works. At the end of the day, anytime you see crypto, well, there's value added. That's the best way for me to, explain how that works. And this is how it becomes free. And I just realized this is funny. I actually did a withdrawal just to see how it would work, and it actually recorded it here, which is pretty fun. On a daily basis, I am earning a token, a coin, a cryptocurrency called BPR. And I've shared my connection for about 30 days now. And my DPR balance just went down, but I had earned, a little over 16, almost 1,700 DPR. And DPR's price is sitting at about 11 cents. So I actually made money in the time that I was sharing my connectivity. So I can actually ROI and pay off the device fairly quick if I take in consideration that I'm making money by sharing my bandwidth. And the requirements are very low. You don't have to share a lot. All they ask is for you to share 10 megabytes worth of data over the course of 2 days for you to increase your credit score and earn tokens, which is super cool. At the end of the day, this is like an early adopter type of thing, right? Like you're getting rewarded because you're jumping on the network early. The rewards are always going to go down the further along any kind of network, is. So this is a no-brainer for me to jump on head first early on. And the plan that I came on was it's a even earlier one because I was able to get my device for free. All I had to do was lock up tokens at an earlier stage, and I'll be able to withdraw 100% of those tokens or cryptocurrencies in 9 months. Well, 8 months now. Again, to me, it just makes sense because I'm able to have an ad-free browsing experience. I don't have to pay NordVPN anymore. And this is not just a VPN. This has a lot more functionality, from blacklisting sites to that firewall capability that I don't have to buy myself an expensive enterprise-grade firewall. This device does it all, and I'm really excited to have it. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to drop a comment down below, ask about it. Join the Discord. There's a ton of really helpful people that would love to be able to tell you more about it. This is a crazy thing, right? I'm not getting paid for this. I'm telling you guys about this because it's a product I believe in. I use it myself, and I've been actually sharing it. I mean, I just told you about my mom earlier, right? Like I'm giving it to my family members saying, hey, go set this up. Go make sure that you're having a ad-free, safe browsing experience. It's the next thing. And right now we're just at the very, very early stages. And when this thing gets, when the big people start talking about it, it might be costing a little bit more. You might not be able to earn as much. So my goal is to provide you guys with the value of being an early adopter, learning about this early on, knowing that you're able to buy yourself a unit. This is the ad portion, because you got to sandwich things in between ads if you're going to do it like Linus. You can go buy your unit over at Fastmatters, and I'll put the link down below. It's going to be fastmatters.action.ceo. And if you use a coupon code ACTION, you're going to get a $25 discount off of the device. Now, was that beneficial? Was that valuable at all? Did that help you? Did you learn something? And that's all I ask is for that like button to turn blue, for you to subscribe if you want to hear more stuff about the things that I just shared, and hit the bell if you want to be notified right away when something drops, which has been pretty new to me. I'll do a little side note. My channel was actually turned off by YouTube for over 2 weeks, and it's been tough because I'm trying to get back my viewers, trying to make sure that I'm sharing the information that I've been sharing in the past, but I haven't had as much reach. So if you don't mind sharing this video with somebody, because I try to keep it as simple as possible so that this video can actually be understood by people that aren't in crypto, that don't know what crypto is all about. But this is a really good way for them to get into it and start earning as well. So with that being said, thank you so much, everyone. It's been phenomenal, as always, to hang out with you, have these fun conversations, and share information that's going to benefit all of us in the long term. Thank you so much, and I'll see you all on the next one. Take care. Something else I like to do here on the channel is actually come back on after I roll the credits so I can tell you about giveaways. You can actually get a free Deeper Connect Mini by doing a very, very simple task. Go to Twitter, and I'll put a link down below as well. It's just going to be twitter.action.ceo. I'll do a little redirect. That way it's easy for everybody. And follow my account on Twitter and follow Fast Miners on Twitter as well. On Monday, I will be picking a winner for a Deeper Connect Mini. I will do a drawing, and I'm just gonna basically pick out of all of my followers, and I'm gonna go check if that person also follows Fast Miners. If they do, I'm gonna send you guys this unit right here, which is a Deeper Connect Mini that Fast Miners is basically, I guess you can say, sponsoring. They're giving it away. Like, it's not something for me, it's something for you all. So that's the added benefit. I do love giving stuff away, and the last video that I put up, actually it wasn't even a video. Inside of the Discord, I told you guys if you retweeted my last tweet, I was gonna give out a free NFT. So I'm gonna do that drawing right now. So let me go get my retweets or followers. 23. Oh, this is actually really cool. I'm gonna show you guys my screen right here. So I just grabbed all those followers to do this thing, but this is usually filled with ads, and I have 0 ads on my screen because I'm behind that Deeper Connect device. I'm gonna go ahead and pick a random winner. Ooh, just a father of 2 trying. Oh, look at that. Dad bod, 10 points. Whew. Dad bod, man. You just got yourself an NFT. Let me know in the Discord that, actually, I'll send you a message, but congrats. And if you guys want to see the Twitter, this is what the Twitter account's going to look like, and this is what Fast Miners is going to look like. So that's what we do here in the channel. We try to provide you guys with value, try to provide you guys with fun things and info, right? Because at the end of the day, all I'm doing is trying to be the person that I wish I had when I first got into crypto over 10 years ago. And if you guys have any questions, that's what the Discord is there for. That's what the comments down below are for. Ask away. People in this community are really helpful, and they want to make sure that they are helping each other. And I'm super thankful for the people that have come alongside me to say, yeah, we're in this together, and we're going to make sure that others are learning about this exciting new space. So thank you so much for the support, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Take care.